literally, it might just be a conversation with somebody over dinner, at a coffee shop, or while you're picking up princess dresses. My name is Kathy, and this is how I roll. My role is called Family Transitions. This role is new in development, relatively new in development. It started in January of 2020, so we really still are learning and growing and listening to the people that we serve and responding to meet their needs as we create this role. My role in Family Transitions is both with CORE and Inclusion Regina. The role with CORE is also, one of the focus there too is to help families who are going to be coming to live in a home that's managed by CORE. We meet with them early on in that process, and we learn about the person who will be coming to live in that new home. We learn about their likes and dislikes. We learn about what they want their home to look like, how they want their home to be. That helps us to create the support team around that person. It helps us to prepare the home in advance. It helps us to give the family a point person as well, so that when they have questions, that gives them that person to contact that they know they can always get a hold of to work through some of those things. So that's another piece of what I do with CORE. On the Inclusion Regina side, that's where we find short breaks and also then helping people to connect with the U2 studio, which is another awesome opportunity for people to get involved with some fun activities, learning activities, whatever they feel they want to connect with. So that's my role, is to help people learn more about CORE, learn more about Inclusion Regina, and learn how they can get involved. Lots of people, when we first meet, don't even know what resources are available. So we spend a good amount of time just meeting with families, learning about where they're at now, where they'd like to be, with short-term, intermediate, and long-term goals, and then creating some discussion around options, things they might like to connect with, different agencies or resources within the city for activity, education, recreation, mainly social inclusion, building more inclusive community and helping people to feel welcome and the sense of belonging. People come to me in many different ways. I think word of mouth is a very strong communicator. Our community is really quite small when you think about it, and there's lots of families that are interconnected in other ways and through other agencies and avenues and activities that they do. And so word of mouth is a really powerful reference tool for me. And usually it's people reaching out to me and asking to learn more about what I do in family transitions and how I might be able to help support them with where they're at right now and the plans that they want to create. The most interesting one was when I went to pick up princess dresses for my granddaughters through a garage sale. And the lady was very friendly and she asked, so what do you do? And when I started to tell her, she immediately saw how that could help their family and one of her relatives. And I left a card, they connected, and that's how we got rolling on that one. In the spring of 2017, I joined the team at Inclusion Regina as executive director. And through that role, I had the opportunity to begin some partnership activities, groups, and so on with Creative Options Regina. And I knew about CORE, but this gave me the opportunity to learn more about CORE. And really, we were so similar in our philosophies and our service delivery and the way that we wanted to pursue growth in the community. So we came together in the end of 2019, and that's where this opportunity to create family transitions presented itself as well. I think that both organizations working independently had certainly identified that delivering resources, this type of resource to community members, was certainly much needed. Families were asking for this type of service and asking to have that connection where they could really begin some meaningful planning and make some meaningful connections as well within the community. So that gave me the opportunity to move back to what I really love, which is working directly with people in the community. That's how Family Transitions was born. Communication is key. It's something that in the role that I do, it's very important for me to have the opportunity to say, reach out to their worker with the ministry, to be able to reach out to a colleague at another agency that may be able to help in a way that I cannot. And I think that that's how we do it, by building that relationship with family. The reality is, those goals may take time to achieve. The other reality is, you're no longer in it alone. Now you have a connection here with Family Transitions. You have connections with other aspects of Inclusion Regina through short breaks, through U2 Studio. You're building other friendships. You're building other connections where you might even learn of other opportunities that are out there to be involved, to build more independence while we're working to achieve other longer term goals. For me to be in some small way supportive for that family, for the person that we serve, whatever that looks like at the end in their plan, that's what fills my cup. To know that I work with an organization that supports that 110% and supports that to the extent that this organization took on creation of this role to respond to the voices that we were hearing from families, that gives me so much gratitude, such a sense of belonging here at Core and Inclusion Regina. That fills my cup.